It's 4:30 and this is WKYT This Morning. Community members came together to support a local man who was severely injured in a shooting last month. That story is ahead.
A local artist's love for Pokemon is coming to Eastern Kentucky University. More on his collection of drawings coming up.
And it's almost time for kids to head back to school and what Fayette County public school leaders are doing to prepare for that. We'll have that and your weather forecast on this new week ahead on WKYT This Morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome. It's your Monday. Hope you had a nice weekend and you're ready to go here in this brand new week. It's your Monday. I'm Bill Bryant.
I'm Rebecca Smith. Let's get a look at what's happening in the weather department because it has been hot, hot, hot.
Yes, it has. This weekend we were sitting there in the low 90s for virtually every location, and not just that, but we hit 100 degrees for heat index in virtually every location, some much higher than that. Defender Radar Network, finally we can start talking about storms. The past few days, you didn't really have that much of a chance. There were only a couple of showers this weekend, so most of us stayed without any rain, about 90% of us. 78 degrees there in Lexington. This is not your afternoon temperature nor your midday temperature. This is your temperature right now. We're almost 80 degrees here in Lexington. As you walk out the door, trust me, you're going to feel it. 90 degrees by the afternoon with those hit and miss storms. Finally, some relief in the forecast. I'll talk all about that coming up.
Okay, we'll see you shortly, Micah. Thank you. Dozens gathered at a Lexington bar to raise money for a man who many musicians know quite well.
Last month, police say 3 men jumped and shot local music video producer Coleman Saunders. And since then, Saunders has spent quite a bit of time recovering from his injuries. WKYT's Caitlin Sintner talked to Sanders' friends last night.
We've always played music together, and like that was always kind of the bond that tied us.
For the last 20 years, music has created an unwavering bond for Ryan Jackson and Coleman Saunders.
I was in the military for 5 years, and honestly, the bond that you have there, I mean, when you play in a band with someone, it's like the same type of bond for me. I mean, you're in the trenches with them, you know. It's fun, but it's not always fun.
The not-so-fun times came when Saunders was shot during a robbery last month. He was in critical condition.
When it happened, it was a pretty big shock. So obviously what we're doing here today is gathering and trying to make everything better for him as he progresses through this.
Medical bills have started to pile up, but friends in the music community weren't going to let this music video producer worry about bills. Sunday, a lineup of 10 bands took the stage at Austin City Saloon.
The fundraiser, friends say, is so fitting for Saunders.
And included in the lineup, Sunday Best.
He recorded their first album, recorded almost all their videos.
So many groups stepped in to help raise money. Friends say they had to turn some away. Cody Jones says he isn't surprised by how many people stand behind Saunders.
Coleman is just a super laid-back, sweet man. I mean, he really is. He breaks his back for anybody. He'd go out of his way to help anybody out.
Physically, he's a big guy. I mean, if he's in the room, you don't have to look far for him. He's probably the tallest one in there. And his personality kind of matches.
Jackson says not a lot about their friendship has changed.
Still talk about the same things we used to. We don't talk about this very much.
He says one day Saunders is expected to play his music and produce videos once again. In Lexington, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
And friends say Saunders' medical bills right now run into the 6-digit figure. They've set up a fundraising account to help him out. You can find a link to that page on our website, WKYT.com. Well, we have some new details about a deadly crash last night in Bourbon County. Dispatchers say it happened about 8:30 last night on Russell Cave Road north of US 460. Only one car was involved, but the coroner says more than one person was killed. State police say the victims are both adults. The coroner has not yet released their names.
Tonight there will be a prayer service for a Kentucky woman seriously injured in a cycling event in France. Former state auditor Bob Babbage says his wife was riding in an event in conjunction with the Tour de France when she suffered a head injury. Laura Babbage is still in serious condition. Babbage says she has been in an induced coma for a few days now, and he posted on Facebook that doctors have started the process of slowing down found the coma. The community prayer service for Laura Babbage is tonight at 7 at the Cathedral of Christ the King in Lexington. The Wayne County coroner says one person drowned this weekend at Lake Cumberland. Deputy coroners are investigating. They're not releasing a lot of details at this moment, but they do tell us that they found the body early Saturday morning. Today, a former chief financial officer for the Whitley County School District will be appearing in court. Lee Burke was fired back in June amid allegations of misappropriation of school funds. She is now facing forgery charges related to another organization.
Deputies in Whitley County are looking for a woman they say stole a car from a dealership. The owner of Cumberland Falls Auto says a woman test drove a car and never returned it. Police say she's 30-year-old Laurel Lee Colley, that's her name. She left the dealership in a 2005 Chevy Equinox. The sheriff says the dealership's location right off the interstate makes it a hot spot for auto theft.
In my years as a police officer, I have seen this happen. You're liable to see anything come off this interstate.
The car Colley left in the parking lot was a 1994 white Nissan. That one was reported stolen in Pulaski County. She has warrants out for her arrest there as well. This evening, there will be a meeting about raising taxes in Lincoln County. 3 emergency medical services in Stanford, East End, and Waynesburg are in danger of closing. The meeting will be to address funding for that. It'll be at 7 this evening at the Lincoln County Courthouse. An Eastern Kentucky University student says he's got to draw them all. Wiley Caudill's love of Pokemon is coming to life around campus.
Yeah, he's drawing the pocket monsters on buildings, and as WKYT's Sabira Rayford found out, EKU is using those drawings to get into the Pokemon Go craze.
It's not unusual to see an inspiring piece of art around a college campus. But take a second look around Eastern Kentucky University and you might just catch a Pokemon.
Hope I don't miss. I only have 1 Pokeball left.
The original Pokemon card game came out the year Wiley Caudle was born, but as soon as he was old enough to indulge, he was hooked.
It's just been a huge part of my childhood, and I just never let it go.
Now Caudle has taken his love for Pokemon from the phone screen to the walls of EKU's campus.
Go ahead and just start coloring this baby. Part of the art I like is that it doesn't stick around, so you have to, if you want to come see it in person, you better move fast because the rain's going to come and it'll wash it right away.
Caudle says this is something he's been doing for a while, but after someone in the marketing department saw one of his drawings, they decided to start a campaign called Pokemon EKU. He says drawing them on campus can sometimes be too much of a showstopper.
Yesterday I had facilities kind of shut me down because they didn't realize I had permission to do this around campus. And they asked me to stop. Sometimes I get the police called on me because people will drive by and think it's spray paint because it turns out so smooth, like paint.
But he's not letting a few bumps stop him. Caudell says he is focused on finishing this collection 1 Pokemon at a time. In Richmond, Sabira Rayford, WKYT.
Good artwork there. Caudle says a mural usually takes around 4 to 5 hours to complete. Well, new this morning, FedEx is working on a multi-million-dollar expansion in northern Kentucky. The expansion, worth about $150 million, it will add more than 60 full-time jobs and almost 380 part-time jobs. The company has bought 80 acres of land in Burlington and will add more than 350,000 square feet of space to its existing distribution center. A manufacturer that produces grills, stoves, and fireplaces is also expanding in northern Kentucky. Wolf Steel's $2 million expansion will create 30 jobs, and it will add more space to its facility in Grant County. The company's new warehouse adjoins its current facility in Crittenden. To encourage investment and growth, the Kentucky Economic Development Finance Authority has given preliminary approval for Wolf Steel to receive up to $450,000 in tax incentives.
Fayette County Public Schools getting ready to go back to school. They kicked off the unofficial start of the school year yesterday with the 2nd annual Fayette County Public Schools Family Reunion. Superintendent Manny Calk spent time out at Whitaker Bank Ballpark greeting district employees. His son threw out the first pitch at the Legends game. Students head back to school on August 10th. After the Legends game, first responders hit the field for the annual Police versus Fire softball game. Money raised from this year's Guns and Hoses t-shirt sales go to the families of firefighter Matt Logsden and Detective Philip Harrison. Both passed away earlier this month from cancer.
We'll constantly remind each other about that, and why we're here is to just have fun, even though we get caught up in the competitiveness, of course. We'll be reminding each other that we're here to have fun and for a great cause, and and a little brotherhood.
Lexington police defended their title yesterday and won 8-3.
Baseball fans in northern Kentucky are showing support for first responders. The Florence Freedom Team wore blue last night to honor fallen officers. Everyone who attended the game also wore blue for the Turn Ball Park Blue event. Half of all ticket sales are going to the families of the officers killed in Dallas and Baton Rouge. Nearly 24 officers threw out a synchronized ceremonial first pitch. Here in central Kentucky, people in Versailles are holding a service to support law enforcement and to pray for their safety. That service will start at 7 tonight on Court Street, and everyone is invited to attend that. 4:40 the time on WKYT this morning. We're just getting started early on your Monday.
One woman has a mission to ensure that new moms have the supplies that babies need. We'll have that story when WKYT This Morning returns.
Pretty calm and quiet right now, but you look northbound, here comes some hit and miss thunderstorms. It's going to be rolling across the region today, tomorrow, the following day. I mean, it's every single day this work week. I'll have that coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, it looks pretty good out there early this morning, but if you're looking northbound, here comes some conditions that we're really going to get into as we go throughout time. So hot and humid, that's the call. There's no doubt about that. Here's the look on where exactly that front is located at this moment. It's to the north of us, but here comes some showers and thunderstorms. This weekend was actually really hot for everybody. Now, I will tell you this, there were two rumbles, well, it wasn't even rumbles of thunder. There were two showers on Saturday, and that was in Lexington, and at least parts of it, and parts of southern Madison County near Berea. That was it. Other than that, you got to get toward the Tennessee and also Virginia border that's bordering Kentucky to actually see some rain. That was it for the weekend. Sunday, we didn't see any rain, so it was just hot and humid. 77 degrees there in Frankfort. If you were under one of those showers, which I actually was, you were relieved by it. There's no doubt about that. It felt really good when one of those small showers popped up over you. 76 now in Jackson. Hoping for that in the next few days because it's still going to be very warm, very humid. Humid air is not going anywhere. I guarantee that. But the temperatures will start to go down just a bit as long as we have the rain chances in the forecast. Be it 90 degrees by the afternoon, it's going to be much like what you felt not so much yesterday, but the day before, because yesterday everybody was right around that 100-degree reading for a heat index. Today, with the clouds laying around, with the showers, thunderstorms, at least a chance of it, it really does keep our temperatures down in some locations, but most of us right around 90 degrees. And look at the next few days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Nothing's changing. It's going to be a daily threat at rain chances. Remember, it's hit and miss. Not everybody will see those. But guys, when you do, there are going to be heavy downpours and a lot of lightning as well, so that's going to help us out big time. Not so much lightning, I hate lightning, but the rain really does help you out. Like I said, I got one of those showers over me. It cooled us off very quickly.
So were those you and your boy running in the water. That was kind of fun.
Absolutely.
Looked like two little ducks out there.
There you go, running through puddles.
4:46 now on WKYT. Being a mother is tough as it is, especially when struggling financially.
Sure. In today's Mom's Everyday Minute, how one woman is helping to provide a safe sleep space for babies.
Hi, my name is Danielle Salassi. I am the founder and executive director of Babies Need Boxes. Babies Need Boxes is a nonprofit organization that provides finished baby boxes to mothers in Minnesota. And what a finished baby box is, it's a box that comes equipped with newborn essentials, and it's lined with a mattress, so it becomes the baby's first safe sleep space. The box itself, it's a simple cardboard box, and it is lined with a mattress, a waterproof mattress. Now inside the box, we put newborn diapers, wipes, breastfeeding supplies, newborn care supplies, soap, diaper rash. We put books in there just to foster positive parent-child interaction. Breastfeeding supplies, really everything you'd need for the first couple of months of life. When you give a person the tools that they need to be successful, they shine. So it really, I feel like these boxes really enable moms to be self-confident, really comfortable with their abilities as a mom.
For these tips and more, go to WKYT.com, click on Moms Every Day.
The time this morning is 4:47 on WKYT on your Monday, and we have a lot more news coming right up.
As the Republican National Convention comes to an end, the Democratic National Convention begins. We'll have the latest on the campaign when we come back.
WKYT this morning now at 4:50. We're tracking a breaking news alert. There are multiple reports of a mass shooting at a nightclub in Fort Myers, Florida.
Wink TV says 2 people are dead. More than a dozen others were shot. The CBS affiliate says it happened at Club Blue, which was posting a teen party last night. Keep it here and on WKYT.com for the latest breaking details on the shooting in Fort Myers.
Keep you updated. But again, multiple shooting, and apparently 2 people confirmed dead in the report there out of Fort Myers.
Well, a new email scandal is rocking the Democratic Party.
And one party leader is planning to resign at the end of the convention week. Daniel Nottingham has the latest on Campaign 2016 from Philadelphia.
Thousands of Democrats, including Bernie Sanders supporters, have arrived in Philadelphia for the Democratic National Convention. And there's already drama before the gavel falls.
Hello, South Florida.
DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz announced her resignation. It comes days after an email scandal appeared to show party leaders favored Clinton in the primaries and plotted to question Bernie Sanders' religion.
Nobody has apologized to me. I think these emails reiterate that reason why she should not be chair.
Wasserman Schultz's Republican counterpart, Reince Priebus, said the email leaks show long-standing bitterness within the party.
The DNC was tipping the scale the entire time for Hillary Clinton.
First Lady Michelle Obama will be here at the Wells Fargo Center to address the crowd Monday evening. The theme is United Together. But that could be a tough sell for some Sanders supporters who say they won't vote for Clinton.
We have 2,000 confirmed reports of election fraud across the United States, and those emails that were released prove it.
Another sign some issues need to be resolved if Democrats want a unified party in November. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Hillary Clinton will officially become the Democratic nominee tomorrow. And another reminder this morning, if you want to weigh in on some issues in Kentucky, Senator Rand Paul is planning on visiting eastern Kentucky this week for a series of town hall meetings. Paul will start his string of meetings in Corbin tomorrow. He will then go to Harlan. On Wednesday, he will stop in Lexington and Shelbyville. We checked Lexington Mayor Jim Gray's website. He's Paul's Democratic opponent for the Senate seat. He has not posted scheduled events for the week at this point. He did stop by the Shelby County Democratic Party's annual picnic yesterday.
Well, the 2018 World Equestrian Games no longer have a home. They are parting ways with host city Quebec. Our partners at the Herald Leader report Bromont, Quebec did not have the financial resources or sponsor backing needed for the Games. The Games are scheduled for August of 2018. Canada got the Games in 2014. Lexington, of course, hosted in 2010 and had an unsuccessful bid for 2018. The organization behind the Games is looking for a new host city.
We have a traffic alert for you this morning. A roundabout that's part of the I-75 interstate project is opening up this morning in Scott County. That roundabout is between Gate 7 at Toyota and Kentucky 3552. 3552 is a new route that remains under construction. It will eventually cross the interstate when it is completed, but there's some changes up there already as a result of that construction in fast-growing Georgetown. Coming up, we'll have a look at some of the news stories we're working on for you this morning.
We'll also have another look at your morning forecast.
Good morning. Welcome back into WKYT this morning. 4:57 is our time on your Monday.
Let's take a look right now at some of the stories we're working on for you this morning.
Frightening moments for a woman who came home to a man with a gun overnight. We'll have the details of that robbery in Lexington this morning. It's coming up in the next half hour of WKYT News.
And in the weather news, hot, hot, hot.
It's been that way. Let's check in with Micah.
Yeah, you can sum it up that way. That is for sure. 76 right now in Lexington, 77 in Frankfort. Look at Louisville at 82 degrees. That's not a good feel outside early this morning. Just a humid start. And then we go through your day. Right around noontime, you can see a couple of rumbles spark up to the northern zones, and then it slides southbound. There will be spotty storms in the forecast, meaning not everybody will get in on the storm action, but if you do, it's going to be heavy rain and also a lot of lightning. We'll get into that forecast. I'll show you that with another 2 hours of WKYT News. If you're about to take off, you got to take off early. Have a good day. If not, we'll see you in here in a couple of minutes.